Hi Colin, so we are in your Stonehaven studio today, surrounded by the works in your wonderful new exhibition forthcoming in April. Could you tell us a little bit about the work?
Yes, well, this is the most recent paintings in my Botanical Series, which started 2 years ago, and obviously working specifically for this exhibition at Scottish Gallery. The initial works were on paper. I've been working more on panels now, wood panels, and yeah, the process is really kind of developing, becoming more painterly in many of the works, and yeah, just a natural evolving of the way they kind of come together. Always looking at the composition, colour, balance, all the usual things are part of each painting. So yeah, they've gone really well. It's been a pretty intensive period of time, but yeah, it's gone well. Yeah.
And followers of your work, Colin, from your last exhibition at the gallery, will remember particularly your collaged works, and you've mentioned that these works are slightly more painterly than the works you've done before. So what do you think has been developing or changing in your work over the past few years?
Yeah, I think, well, the urban paintings, I did them for about 15 years with lots of Berlin influence and other European cities. They had a lot of collage. They were really kind of flooded with collage. The newer ones, the botanical ones, are less collage and more paint, but they're still very much mixed media. There's still quite a lot of collage in them, but it may be smaller elements. So yeah, the whole kind of process has slightly changed, where collage was to the forefront before. Now it's much more about paint, which I like. They're much more paintings than they were before. And as I say, the same materials, it's all water-based materials and similar process, but just that slight turnover towards more painting and less collage.
And Colin, it's a beautiful day up here in Stonehaven with the sun flooding into your studio, and obviously these are botanical pictures. Mm-hmm. And you've mentioned to me that the natural world is becoming more and more important to you as an artist. Mm-hmm. And that could you just tell us a little bit about how nature has inspired you for this exhibition?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, when I had my first exhibition with Scottish Gallery, which was the urban paintings, just around that time I was starting to move towards nature paintings. I was putting flowers into some of the urban pieces to kind of balance them out with urban and nature. And then the flowers became more kind of prominent somehow. So already I was thinking about moving into some kind of working with flowers. Then with the lockdown, so I had time to really think about it and develop it. And then I came in here and started producing them, and no one was seeing them. I did about maybe 10 or so, and then I let some people see them, not knowing what the response would be, and the response was really positive. So yeah, nature has become quite a big part of my life. I do a lot of walking now, which I didn't do before. Every day I'll go out for like at least an hour at lunchtime. It's great headspace, it's time to daydream, it's time to just really get back to nature and walk in nature, and it feeds back into the work. So it's become quite an important part, where before it was always much more the urban thing, going to Berlin, going to Lisbon, mm-hmm. whichever. I do feel it's much more kind of grounded in nature now, and it obviously reflects it in the work as well.
It's funny how obviously in the past you've looked to foreign cities for inspiration, but actually for this exhibition potentially it's just right on your doorstep.
Absolutely. I mean, Stonehaven's great. There's several walks I do on a regular basis. I was up in Ballater at the weekend. I did a massive walk in Ballater, which was the first time I'd done that walk, and it was just amazing. You appreciate your own country more, and I mean, I've always totally appreciated Scotland in that way anyway, but I think more so now with doing nature paintings and thinking more about nature and environment and all these issues that are currently being talked about, it just becomes more kind of relevant. And yeah, the timing of it for me is just perfect. The way it's kind of just fitted in naturally, nothing's been forced. Everything's just happened as it should, and yeah, I mean, this is the way I'll be working for a long time. I think I'll continue this and let it develop its own way and evolve naturally, and yeah, on it goes.